What's going on, everybody? It's Dan here, back to the Moonshine talking. Here to do another album review. And today I've got one that I don't technically have a copy of. However, I was able to stream it online. Potentially, I might buy a copy of it digitally and then wait to get a physical copy of it. But it's one that I was anticipating, going through Metal Archives, trying to find new stuff that's coming out that might be appealing to me and something to be more along the lines of what I'd like. Found this band, didn't know too much about them. And again, was able to stream it recently. I've been listening to it a few times, and it's a killer one. It's for the band Nachash and their latest release, Eschaton Magicks. It's on Signal Rex Records. It comes out on the 31st of January. It's 7 tracks, 41 minutes long, give or take a few seconds. They refer to it as seven sonic manifestations of the darkness beyond and the end of days, and that's a great way to describe it. Uh, and it's killer. They're a three piece. They formed in 2011. They put out their first demo in 2015, Conjuring of the Red Death Eclipse, I believe is the name of that one. That is. And then in 2018, they put out Phantasmal Triunity on Shadow Kingdom Records, and this is their follow up to that one. All the guys in the band, they're all in different bands, so I think that probably explains the gap between releases for this particular band. Yeah, man, this is good. I probably start out by acknowledging the mixing and the recording of the album because I feel that kind of like really it really accentuates the music. It complements it nicely. They recorded this and mixed it at City of Dis, in which I'm going to presume is in Norway, and it was mastered at Troll House Audio. And yeah, this is a good one. The three piece itself. It's AR on guitars, K Tiller on drums, and E Rustad on bass. And it's really good. I mean, if you're a fan of like Celtic Frost, Celtic Frost, however you pronounce it, Possessed, even early Megadeth. I heard little hints and notes of like Love You to Death on the first Megadeth album. Is stuff like that. Early, very early Slayer, things like that. You're gonna enjoy it. Starts out with the track. The first track is Stygian Nightmare. That's got tremendous riffs all throughout it, which they end up double timing later on in the song, and it really primes the pump, as it were, and goes into I don't have the second track written down, but Scythe Wielder is a fantastic track on here. The title track, Eschaton Magicks, is really good. Uh, Empyrean Graves, that's a really cool one. It's more of a more melodic and more mid-tempo paced one, but very good stuff. Closes out with Wherein the Devil Dwells, which is it's a killer, very mid to fast paced riff throughout the whole thing, and has some nice hints of organ towards the end of it, and great way to end the album. Death's Mordant Blaze, that's the one that kind of has like the hints of early Megadeth to it. But I mean, overall, this is a really good album. Really solid black thrash. I would say when I mentioned the mix and the bass being a little bit more prominent in the mix, that's probably one of the things that really it kind of it made it sound better because sometimes with some of the albums I've heard, you don't really get to hear that. And I think a lot of times, especially in little transitionary periods in the songs, uh, Erustad uses I'm going to defer to Athenar's opinion on this one and call them like the Gene Simmons Kiss bass slides. And there's lots of that going on. And they accentuate the different not gaps, but it transitions between various parts of the songs where you'll get where it's like in the first song in Stygian Nightmare, where it's starting to go, it gets ready to go into the double time part of the main riff of the song. That's when they incorporate that. And the, the drumming's great on it. I mean, it's just a lot of straight up blasting, but there's plenty of groove in it. especially as it complements a lot of the riffs in it. Lyrically, I can't really tell you too much because I don't have access to any of the lyrics of the songs, but as you can imagine, talking about end of days and beyond darkness, it's lots of darkness and evil and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, this is a killer one. I was listening to it, listened to it at work. Then I was listening to it while I worked out, and I was trying to take little notes here and there as I was doing it, and trying to keep track of the songs and say which, just to say which ones I liked and which ones I didn't. And before I knew it, I'd written down all 7 songs as noteworthy to mention about the album. Other than I didn't write down the name of the second track, but I mean, I was like, oh shit, this is a fantastic album. So hopefully, I don't shoot myself in the foot by telling people about this, and that everybody goes out and buys it, and then I can't get a copy of it. But yeah, this is good. Again, if you like very early Celtic Frost, however you pronounce it, Possessed, early Slayer, Megadeth, a lot of that early old school Bay Area thrash stuff, you know, Midnight. Who else can I come up with? Just a lot of stuff like that. Then I think this is definitely be up your alley. It's a great release. Try to get a copy of it as soon as I can, and then yeah, and that's pretty much that. I didn't want to take up too much of your time, but I did want to draw attention to this and let everybody know that this is a fantastic release, and this is really turned out to be a killer week for releases. I mean, a lot of good stuff coming out this week. Um, yeah, that's what I got for you. So that's all for now. In closing, I hope you all enjoy the review. If you do, go check out the rest of the channel. If you like the stuff, go do all the things that people ask you to do when you're trying to get their channel to grow. And if you don't, that's fine too. But yeah, that's what I got. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're all having a good one. This is Dan from Moonshine talking. As always, stay sick, stay heavy, stay brutal. Always tuck your chin upon impact. Don't forget to breathe. Everyone have a good one. I will catch you on the next video. Later.